তো আজকে আমি একটা স্টোরি বলবো তোমাদেরকে, একটা ভালো স্টোরি, আর সেটার নাম হচ্ছে দ্য স্টোরি অফ ল্যান্ড। সেইটা হেভি স্টোরি, তো এটা খুব ইন্টারেস্টিং। তো চলো তোমরা শোনো, হেভি লাগবে। তো চলো স্টার্ট করি। দ্য স্টোরি অফ ল্যান্ড। Many years ago, our earth was covered with water everywhere. There were no land or trees or birds or any human beings existed in the earth. Only the fairies, pixies, and water creatures lived underwater. The underwater world was really very beautiful. Many fishes, tortoises, and different water creatures lived under the deep blue waters. There was a nice palace under the water, and it was made with shells. There lived a beautiful water princess with her parents. She was loved by all the water creatures, and they called her Blue Fairy. She too was friendly with all the water creatures. The Blue Fairy possessed a gentle and kind nature. She loved everyone around her and always ready to help them whenever they needed. It was a magical period when all the water creatures and plants in the water were able to speak with one another. All the tiny plants and grasses underwater were friendly with the Blue Fairy, but the Blue Fairy's best friend was a very big tortoise who was very kind-hearted and loved her most of all. He often carried Blue Fairy on his big back and swam all around in the water. Soon the Blue Fairy came to know all the water creatures and all the nooks and corners in the water. But one day the Blue Fairy requested the tortoise to take her to a new palace because she had already visited all the places in the water, but it was not possible for tortoise to take her to any new place. It made her very sad. Her parents as well as the tortoise got worried to see her sad. Tortoise began to think how to satisfy his best friend Blue Fairy. He made a plan and disclosed his plan to all the other water creatures. They all accepted the plan gladly. Next day, the water creatures of that region got there according to their plan. All the tortoises came together and held each other's hand. They made a large circle in the water and swam together. Only their large backs could be seen above the water. It looked like an island. Then all the fish collected mud from the water floor and covered the tortoise back with it. So it seemed to be a mud island. After that, the fishes brought out of the water bed some shells and conches to put on the mud. Some sand was also used to cover the mud. Later on, some strange water plants came out of the water and stood all around the island. When the sun shone on them, they changed their colors. Some water creatures who could stay for some time out of water came to live on that island. Gradually, they were able to increase their capacity to live long out of water. তো ফ্রেন্ডস, এতটা আজকে বললাম, বাকিটা আমরা পরে বলবো।